Alright guys, today I'm going to show you guys how to replace an AC compressor of a 1997 Honda Civic. I got the new part right here. Okay. I was driving this morning to work and the belt snapped. It's because the bearing on the pulley started getting overheated due to lack of lubrication on the bearing. It dried up, so now I need to remove the power steering pump, the AC compressor, and I already took out the refrigerant because I did it at work. I have the machine. I did a recovery, so I didn't let go any of the refrigerant to the atmosphere. Alright, so I'm gonna clean this up with a pressure washer and then get to work.
Steering pump.
Okay, now I need to remove the lines. Gotta take off this screw and this other screw right there. That's just to remove the lines. In a little bit I'll show you which ones to take off to remove the actual compressor. I need to remove this one. There's one on the bottom. This one right here. There's one on the bottom. Taking off those 4 bolts, it's gonna come straight out the bottom. So let's get to it. right here the belt is not reaching. Man, I need to change it. I didn't get a new one. I didn't think it was messed up, so I need to get a new one, but I need to get it in there anyways. So I need to, what I have to do is to loosen this screw and loosen this one, and that will give me a chance to loosen up the whole tensioner. And then after I get the belt on the pulley, then I can use this one to adjust it and then tie it down with that one. If you don't know how tight this thing is supposed to be, just kinda, if you still have the one on the alternator, have a feel for it with your finger, and they have to be about the same. I mean, to be exact, they have to be the same. It's tight. Now I have to remove these caps. Gotta remove both. Put the hoses back on, but first I'm going to change these O-rings. You always want to do that. That will prevent leaks. So now I gotta find two seals to replace those with, but they have to be exactly the same size. If they are too skinny, it's going to leak. Look, they are exactly the same. These you buy it in Amazon, it's like, I can't remember, I bought it a long time ago. I'm gonna go back and find it, this exact same kit, and then I'm gonna put it in the link below in case you guys want to buy it. It's worth it, because at the other parts they sell you like the kit for each specific vehicle, and every time it's gonna cost you just as much as the whole kit. So it's really worth it. Even if you do one job, it's worth it because you can keep the rest, and then, you know, it's like all the sizes you can use. Okay, so to put tension on the belt for the power steering pump, you tighten this one down a little bit, kind of snug it in, and then use a 1/2 inch ratchet for the hole. There's a hole on the bracket, so you pry on the bracket and then tighten the 12mm bolt on the side, and then do the same thing with the one on the other side. And you can, well, have a feel for the belt tension with your hand. You should already know how it's supposed to feel. And then tie down all the way the 12mm bolt on the other side behind the bracket, and then do the one next to the hose at last, and that should be good. So I'm going to show you guys how to use the manifold gauges properly. You disconnect here. I want to teach you guys how to use the manifold gauges properly. Man, they're dirty. There, a lot better. Okay. I need an extension cord. So you take this side, you put it up here, you get it going. So here I gotta connect the high side, open the valve, then connect the low side. Need to open the low side and the high side for the air to circulate. And you gotta make sure, usually, when you put vacuum on a system, the negative pressure should go above -25 psig. If it doesn't, that means that you might have a leak. I usually pull vacuum for a good 5 minutes, and that is because I have a really big and powerful vacuum pump. It's a 4.5 CFM, and typically if you have a smaller compressor or a bigger system, you might want to do the vacuum for 10 minutes. Now it's time to show you guys how to charge up the system. You put the AC on with the coldest setting. You come over here, start the gauges. It's been like 15 minutes. The vacuum hasn't dropped. You gotta buy this adapter. I got it from the auto parts for $8.99. What you do first, you push down on the valve over here, and then you push the refrigerant. You make sure all the air in this line gets removed. Okay, so you open up the blue one, and that's gonna make the pressure to go up. There's a refrigerant running through the hose. go into the system, and that triggers the AC compressor to come on, the clutch to engage. And once the clutch engages, that means that the system is cooling. One way to check that the AC is cooling, you find the blue side, which is the low side. You touch it and it has to be cold. That's the best way to know that your system is working. There is a sticker in the front of the frame above the radiator. Usually it tells you how many pounds the system is supposed to be taken, or sometimes it's on the hood, or sometimes it's on the door, on the specification sticker. On this one, I painted over it so it's gone, but you can Google it and obviously look it up, and you should be able to find it without any struggle. That's what I did. But usually you get this tool, you put it in line here, you fill it up with the pack oil, and then you just put it in line and you let the oil go with the refrigerant all at once. And yeah, that's how you do it. One other thing, if your high pressure is too high, if it's above 200 and it keeps climbing, you might want to check the fan over here, the one that cools off the actual evaporator. And if it's not moving, you might have issues. You can check your wires, your connections, and if everything looks fine, check. There's usually a fuse. If the fuse is fine, then it's probably gonna be your fan. Just go and buy another one, they're cheap. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. I will leave the tools that are required to fix AC systems properly on the descriptions below. Thank you.